What if Spider-Man never got bitten by the spider? Imagine this. Peter Parker, our awkward, nerdy high school kid, is standing at a science exhibit. Somewhere nearby, a radioactive spider is preparing to make history, except this time, it doesn't. Maybe the spider gets squashed by a janitor. Maybe it crawls out the wrong window. Or maybe Peter, distracted by his camera, never notices. Whatever the reason, the fateful bite never happens, and the world never gets Spider-Man. At first, that doesn't sound too bad. No friendly neighborhood web slinger swinging between skyscrapers, no awkward quips during fights, no upside-down kiss in the rain. But this tiny what if creates a chain reaction with massive consequences. And not just for Peter Parker. Let's start with Peter himself. Without the spider bite, Peter doesn't get super strength, super reflexes, or the ability to climb walls. He's just Peter Parker, smart, nerdy, perpetually bullied, and slightly obsessed with photography. Instead of becoming a hero, he probably ends up behind a lab bench, crunching numbers for Stark Industries, or taking blurry pictures for the Daily Bugle, while J. Jonah Jameson still yells at him for being late. In other words, same stress, no web shooters. But here's the bigger twist. Without Spider-Man, New York City is missing one of its most important protectors. Think of all the villains who rise specifically because Spider-Man exists. The Green Goblin? Norman Osborn might still go mad, but without Spidey as his rival, his chaos could spread unchecked. Dr. Octopus? Still brilliant, still dangerous, but without Spider-Man to stop him, he could very well turn Manhattan into his own mechanical playground. Venom? Without Spider-Man, Eddie Brock never bonds with the alien symbiote in the same way. The entire anti-hero arc collapses before it begins. And then there's the Avengers. In our timeline, Spider-Man eventually joins them, becoming a crucial part of the fight against Thanos. But in this alternate reality, Peter Parker never even makes it onto Tony Stark's radar. The kid genius with amazing reflexes who helps hold his own against Captain America? Gone. During the Infinity War, one of Earth's sharpest and bravest young minds is absent. And in a battle where half of all life is on the line, that small difference could mean everything. But maybe the biggest consequence is invisible. Without Spider-Man, the city loses not just a hero, but a symbol. Batman terrifies criminals. Superman inspires awe. But Spider-Man, he's relatable. He struggles with homework, rent, and awkward crushes. He's the hero who reminds us that anyone, even a shy kid in Queens, can matter. Without him, maybe fewer kids dream of becoming heroes. Maybe fewer people believe that, with great power comes great responsibility. And that absence, more than any villain, might be what truly weakens the world. Of course, the universe has a funny way of filling gaps. Maybe another hero would rise in his place. Maybe Daredevil expands his territory. Maybe Tony Stark, lacking Spider-Man's youthful energy, recruits someone else to pass the torch to. Or maybe New York just gets really good at pest control. Because let's face it, without Spider-Man, those radioactive spiders might still be out there. So what would happen if Peter Parker never got bitten by that spider? In short, the world would lose one of its most human superheroes, villains would run wilder than ever, and the Avengers would fight their battles without one of their most important allies. And Peter Parker? He'd still be smart, still be awkward, and still probably late for class. But he'd never swing through the city skies, reminding us that even the smallest of us can do something amazing. And maybe that's the scariest part of all. Not a world overrun by villains, not an alien invasion unchecked, but a world without that reminder that ordinary people can be extraordinary.